So, out at one of my bee yards today, we're going to harvest a little bit of honey. Hopefully there's a little bit of honey in these boxes. Flip you around. Here's 6 hives. Most of them are stacked 6 tall, except for the one that's only 4. And what I'll do is I'll cut them all back down to 3 boxes. I'll pull out the queen excluders, and I'll probably give them a little bit of a pollen patty, and they should be good on stores, but I may put a frame feeder in the boxes anyway, just so I'm prepared if I need to feed later. So what I'm going to do here, get my glove back on here. This is a process that the girls don't really care for when we pull their honey away from them, so it's best just to suit up. They're going to be a little bit grumpy anyway. So this is some smelly stuff all over that. And put that there. And now we'll just wait for a few minutes for that to do its thing. In the meantime, I think I'll check this other hive. I don't think it's got near as much honey as it looks like it might. I think it's probably actually pretty light. So I want this yellow box right here down 1. I think this box right here is going to be empty. So this top one's probably full, but oh, I can smell the honey. Oh, yeah. That box is full, and this box is full. I kind of don't think the other one is. Yeah, this one's mostly empty. That's mostly empty. So, while I'm here, let's make sure we've got a laying queen. Come on. Okay, let's see what we got here. This outside frame should be all honey. And it is. Looks like next one's all honey. And it is. I've got a spot for my feeder that I'm going to slide in here. Ah, nice capped brood. Eggs and larvae. I really don't need to see much more. Back together. And I'm sliding a frame feeder in here just so maybe next spring if I feel like I need to feed, I've got them ready to go. So now this box is full. Oh, I needed to put, wasn't quite done yet. I like to give my hives a little bit of a pollen patty. Even though it's summer and they're still bringing stuff in, I just like to give them a little bit of a boost. Doesn't have to be a ton, maybe half a pound, something like that. Plenty good. It's not tons. I like to rough that up a little bit. I like that right over the brood nest. And they are vacated. I can just take this honey box away. And it looks like they're even mostly out of this box. Oh, not quite. So we're going to give that just a minute or more. And then we'll put it back over here for a second. Let them. You can see the bees making their way up out of the corners here. They don't like the smell of that very well at all. I got lots of bees flying. Kind of the trick of harvesting honey off boxes is do it as quickly as you can. Get through them and get out before the bees really have a chance to know what's going on. So luckily most of these foragers will just come back, go right back in the front door, and haven't got them stirred up too bad. Got a lot flying, but that's okay. They're not after me yet, so can't see it, but there's bees on the back corner here just fanning away, trying to get rid of that smell. They don't like it. Fortunately, the sun went behind the clouds, and these fume boards work best in the sun. They don't work very well unless the sun's shining on them. So for a cloudy day, they're not that great. The other option is I'll just go get my bee blower and we'll just blow them out. I get more bees flying that way, but sometimes it's just faster. So there's my bee blower. Just a regular leaf blower is all it is. So these bees are starting to come back up. So let's see what we got going here now. Yeah. I'm going to leave that. We're going to not wait for these bees. Now, let's just get into this hive and get it set up the way I want it now. Okay, what do we got here? Not as many bees in this box as I'd like. Looks like they've got honey stored. This frame got honey on the outside, but nothing but pollen in the middle. So, do they need a pollen patty? No, they don't really need one. I'm going to give them one anyway. And this one, make sure my queen's not here so we don't lose her. This one's more like what I like to see. And then the other side is the exact same way. Tons of cap brood. Nice laying pattern. So this is a hive I requeened this summer. It looks like the new queen is doing exactly what I want her to do. Just gobs of brood. Now I'm into larvae and eggs. So I'm good this way. Now I'd like to get a feeder in here. In order to do that, I've got to pull out some of this honey. That one's mostly pollen. I might see if this other outside frame is better. Yeah, let's pull this one. Let's pull this one instead. And the feeders, I'm just switching to these in-hive feeders this year, and they're just going to stay in from here on out. This is Man Lake Ultra B, but it's got some Apis biologic in it. So this should hopefully help a little bit with nutrition, make sure we're getting nice healthy bees for winter. And then I'll be doing my fall mite treatments here in probably 2 weeks, and I'll probably put Apigard on. All right. One hive down. And we're going to put that over there. Hopefully. Yeah, most of the bees are out, but we still got some. That box looks pretty full. It is. You're down, 4 to go. All right, so you saw the 4. Here's the after party. A couple of them still bearding. You can see those 2 that are bearding, that those were just packed full of bees. And they're going to beard for a few days, but they'll be okay. The rest of them are in great shape. The top box is completely full of honey on all 6 of these. The middle box is, well, maybe half full. I'd like it just a little bit fuller, but I've put frame feeders in all of these, and I'll probably come back and give them a flash of syrup here in a week or so, maybe 2 weeks, and just kind of keep them going a little bit. Nectar flow's pretty well over. There's a few things coming in still. There's clover, there's sunflower, we'll have aster, and goldenrod is just starting in a few spots. So there's still some fall nectar that'll come in, but maybe not enough, maybe enough. It kind of depends on what the season's like. In either case, I'm ready to go. If I need to feed them a little bit, I can feed them a little bit. And I don't want them to quite shut down raising brood yet. I want them to keep going for just a little while longer. I want that winter brood to be nice and healthy, so I'm giving them a little bit of extra pollen patty and making sure they've got plenty of resources to raise that winter brood. All the hives look really good. The last mite counts I've done, in fact, the mite counts I've done all summer have all been 0. I've washed zeros all summer long. So I'm hoping I'm in good shape, but I'll come back here in about, maybe 2 weeks. We'll do a mite count on several hives and make sure my mites are where I want them to be. I'll probably still use some Apigard on them. September's when the mites counts really go through the roof, so I know I've got mites, so I'll probably put some Apigard on them, but I want them to raise a little more brood before I do that. So we're going to leave them for now, and they're looking pretty good. Hey, I'm still pulling boxes. I'm out to my last yard to pull boxes with. I'll just step out, let you see what I'm up against, and then got to get to work, got to get it done. There's a bit of a cloud that's trying to threaten, but typical Uinta Basin rainstorm, lots of threat, lots of wind, and little rain. So step out and show you what I'm what I got going here. So I've got 10 hives here. Most of them have 2 or 3 supers on them. A couple only have 1. But all in all, hopefully I have a little bit of honey off of these. So time to get going and get to work and get her pulled. Finally got them all pulled. Got a little thunder bumper coming through, so I jumped in the truck. I think I've got everything. So I'm done for the day.